This is where the fun begins.
Get ready for raw, unfiltered Razorback talk. Nobody knows what they'll say next. It's time to go inside the Hawg Pen with Razorback Zach, Marcus MC Carlton, and Sarah Swish Vogel.
Let me talk to you.
There it is. What's up, everybody? It's Wednesday night, and they've turned me loose on the soundboard again this week. And apparently I'm over here pushing buttons. But it's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. It's time for another episode of Inside The Hawg Pen. Joined by my crew of misfits from the NEA. He's actually over there. Marcus MC, and he's still babyface Carlton. What MC, we got to talk about this, dude. And from the NWA, she's vicious. She's loudmouth. She's savage. Sarah Vogel. What's up, y'all?
Hey.
Just chilling.
So she's not so savage tonight since we're not unleashed. She's just chilling.
Not yet.
You're saving it for LSU, aren't you?
Oh, they're gonna get it this weekend.
That's what you know what? Leave that one alone.
I just have to make it through my test tomorrow and then pop the
There you
bottle.
go.
Hope everybody had a good week. Hey, by the way, do us a favor. Like, share, subscribe, follow, get your notifications. And by the way, leave us a review if you don't mind. It can be 1 star, it can be 5 stars. Just say something. You can tell MC to shut the hell up on Twitter. You can tell me to shut the hell up on here. Or you can tell Sarah to eat your taters. So tell us what you like, tell us what you don't like, but leave us a review. Leave us a review. Oh my goodness. By the way, y'all, y'all hear that?
Not again.
Oh, Zach froze up on us there. Oh, there I went too. Oh, there we all go.
The
Hopefully that's
neighborhood
just my
is
internet messing up.
the neighborhood is burning to the ground. We're gonna jump right off into it. Oh boy. Jersey Wolfenberger transfers and commits to
Ames all the way over here.
And Talia Scott may be joining her. We don't know, but
The comment was pretty telling, in my opinion.
and it was. At this point, how do you? I mean, somebody defend keeping Mike Neighbors to me. Somebody, Sarah, it ain't gonna be you. I can promise you that.
We're just not going to pay it. There's no defending it. They're just not going to pay it.
Yeah, they're just
There's no way anybody can say, which I made the joke online, that he can't even get an NIT tournament win, not even realizing that we weren't even in the NIT. We were in a 3rd level tournament and still couldn't get a win.
And see, that's the problem, is that you basically get curb stomped by Tulsa in a no-name tournament. Literally a no-name tournament. I've never even heard of this postseason tournament.
The WBIT or whatever. I thought it was the NIT.
Well, you've got MC, you're the basketball guru. You've got the big dance. You've got the NIT, and then the
WBIT.
Okay.
Women's Basketball
So
Invitational.
apparently, what I read about on the WBIT is that it is associated with the NCAA. NIT is independent. It's not associated with the NCAA. So who knows, man? Either way, you lost. You got crap stomped by a mediocre Tulsa team.
After losing 2 of your best players, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, Kim, you're not a big fan of Kim Mulkey, though, are you, Sarah?
At least she wins.
I mean, yeah, that's true. Now his buyout. Do we know what his buyout is? I mean,
$700K till April 1st of next year, and then it drops to like 150 or 175.
yikes. So are they? So what do you? I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, this had to be the nail in the coffin for him. Had to be.
We'll see. Apparently, he's going to get some great portal pickups, which, I mean, everybody's raving about. Not to bring it up again because MC's going to hate me, but like this Higginbottom transfer, like, I get it. Yeah. Like, local person, great. But one person who scored, 20 points in a not great league is not going to make up for 2 to 3 players who are dropping 20 a game in the SEC. Like, so you're going to have a lot to make up for. A lot. And it's not happening.
You're going to have to pull some giant names, something. You're going to have to do something to save your job because if you don't, nobody's going to come to the games next year.
Well, I mean, I thought Talia Scott was his saving grace.
Oh, and nobody at the games this year.
Yeah, I didn't even go to it tells you something if I didn't go to a single game. A single one. I did not
But still, she was lined up to be freshman of the year and you freaking ran her off?
Halfway through the season.
I mean, you lose Sasha Goforth twice. You lose Jersey Wolfenbarger before the season even begins. Or no, you lose her before the season's over.
No, before it began. She was
okay, I couldn't remember.
She didn't play any at all.
Yeah, she had already announced she was transferring like
wasn't it like a week before the game?
Like the week season was starting, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. And I mean it.
And then you lose, which the one that got me was losing Sailor.
Yeah.
That one surprised me. I'm not gonna lie, that one surprised me.
I have my own takes.
But
we'll keep it to myself because I don't have any actual information about that.
Let's jump over to the Hog Wild Live fan feedback because it is jumping off tonight. Chris Faraci says MFITTHP. There's an extra T in there somewhere. But nice to know. What's up, Chris? Richard said, huge Hog fan. Not getting on tonight. You guys are fantastic, by the way. Hate to be fair weather fan, but basketball and football kick my ass, but still all in. Hey, Richard, man. We're right there with you, buddy. We're right there with you. James Harris says, good evening, Woo Pig Suey. David Haslett still on a damn live bobblehead. I'm okay with that, actually. And if anybody wants to make me one, I will gladly put it on the wall back here. We have royalty tonight. We have royalty. Casey Sutton and Mama Linda are in the house. What's up, y'all?
How do, ladies?
Jesse Randall Thurman says, money talks, and I don't think we can come up with the $750K, unfortunately.
I mean, we're out here begging for $5 a month for NIL.
Well,
you really think we're going to come up with $750K?
Oh, I have so much to say about that.
Think about all the coaches. Oof. Do we want to get into it, or we want to take the off ramp, or do we want to wait?
We can wait for NIL here in a minute.
Oh boy.
Let me get the email ready.
Oh,
Jesse
I got one of those too.
Jesse says he knows he is safe and doesn't even have to try next year, which means an even worse season is on the horizon.
I think he does have to try next year because if he don't win a single game next year, like don't even get into the tournament, he's out.
Trevor's already said, please, no, don't get Sarah pissed off tonight. Oh, no, wait. Let's not get Sarah pissed off tonight. Oh, well. Yeah. I mean.
But Sarah pissed off's fun.
So, I mean, but seriously, I mean, you lose half this team.
I just got to save my anger.
You're right. MC, you lose half this team. You get curb stomped by Tulsa because I turned it on. I was like, I'm just curious to see what the score was. And it was like 22-2.
Yeah, it was awful from the get-go. From the jump, it was awful.
Somebody please defend Mike Neighbors as to why he should keep his job without bringing up the buyout.
Because he sits on stage and plays his guitar for us, guys.
Nobody cares.
I mean, right now, what's the difference in Mike Neighbors and Sam Pittman?
Sam made a big hire on his staff to hopefully save his job next year.
That's fair.
Sam has been here, 4 years, 3 years now?
For 2020.
Mike's been here for 6 and hasn't won a game?
Yeah, he was here. He was here COVID year.
This will be year 5 for Sam.
Okay, well, I'm not counting COVID. We'll say 4 seasons. And Mike's been here.
4. All right.
Mike's been here 6 years and not had a single tournament win.
I mean, think about this for a minute. Now, Sarah, I think you're the one that brought it up last week. When Jimmy Dykes has more NCAA tournament wins than Mike Neighbors.
Yup.
In the words of Sesame Street, one of these things just doesn't belong here.
And it's not even necessarily like I bring up the tournament just because that seems like we have only gotten into the tournament once.
And got beat by who? Wright State, wasn't it?
Like a 13
got upset.
seed.
We were a 3, they were a 14.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Neighbors is the last Jeff Long hire, then we're all Eurocheck.
I mean, that not enough grounds by itself to remove him?
I mean,
to me, it just.
But again, we're gonna circle back. Who do you go get? Who in their right mind?
A powerful woman.
Don Staley's
You need a woman coach. You need a woman coach. It's time. First of all,
it doesn't have to be Don Staley. It just might be somebody cut from the same mold.
We can't afford Don. I'm gonna put y'all out there right now.
No, we're not gonna afford Don.
But someone like her, like someone like a Dawn Stanley, someone like, I say Pat Summitt, but even her ways are old school. I'm not a fan of Kim Mulkey just because she has way too much drama, way too much Louisiana in her. Keep her down there.
Yeah,
but
she's where she needs to be.
You need someone like Dawn that can really get it to those girls' heads. And I want someone like Coach Yo, because
Courtney Deifel was a long hire, wasn't she?
I thought she was a Eurocheck hire.
I thought she was a Eurocheck hire too.
I'm not.
I
sure
thought she was a Eurocheck hire. I'd have to.
Loki,
I don't know. I'd have to look that up.
I'm gonna try to hit
computer's
Loki
gone full stupid right now. So
I think it's pretty embarrassing. There was which I saw it. I don't know if a lot of other people saw her article, but Marquisha Davis, I played high school ball with her. Great player.
Mm-hmm.
She never touched the floor here. There was a whole article put out how she had no confidence. She went in the transfer portal, and the person who had confidence with her was Coach Yo out of Ole Miss.
Okay.
This year, Marquisha Davis had 20 points a game.
Okay. But what's it going to take to pull Yo from Ole Miss?
We don't have to pull her from there. Just someone like her.
We don't have money.
Her stature.
We don't have the money to pull.
Go get a D2 coach that just has the fire like they do. Coach Yo's only been at Ole Miss a couple years. She came from another school. Like, you can't go. We're not going to be able to afford a women's coach from a big SEC school. It's not going to happen. We're not going to poach them. No. You're going to have to get a low-level D1, D2 coach who's just really good.
Still, Courtney Deifel was hired in 2016, so she was indeed a Jeff Long hire.
Okay, well, that might have been the one Jeff Long hire that he got right.
And Eurocheck did her extension.
I would say he got that one right. Yeah, Eurocheck gave her the extension. Yep.
I don't.
You have to get a woman that can breathe confidence into the team. And honestly, you don't even have to breathe confidence into the fans, just the team. And start just trucking on up. And eventually the fans will come. You just have to.
So for those that are listening to the audio, this comment. Sorry, MC. Go ahead, bud.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm struggling here with my computer, so go ahead.
The point that William Brown brings up has been topic of conversation for a while now. And it's not only just him that's saying it. There's a lot of people that I've seen and heard say it, that Hunter Yurachek doesn't care about women's sports.
It's not
that he doesn't care.
Sarah, do you want this one? It's not, as a woman who preaches equality and all that stuff, like Title IX, I love it, all that stuff. There's a reason he doesn't care. It doesn't generate revenue. It is not bringing in millions like football and basketball, and even sometimes baseball does. It's not that he doesn't care. It's just that he has to put his time and effort into stuff that makes revenue. Any business has to do the same thing. You're not going to put your time and effort into a product or a business that is not making you money. So why should he give a shit? There's no reason for him to care about women's basketball.
Yeah, but
it's not generating income. There's no reason for him to put the effort in. It's no knock on him, but the coach is getting paid to put effort in, and he's still not putting effort in. That's the problem.
But at the same time,
you're a check. It's on the coach who's getting paid to do that job.
But at the same time, though, okay, the reason they're not generating money is because they're mediocre or less than mediocre.
So what? Okay, so here's a question.
Okay.
Along this line of making, well, I'll just do it. Making women's sports great again. Along that line, what comes first? Do you invest in a high dollar coach first, or is it one of those deals where you try to find a medium ground? I'm not saying the wins have to come, because if the wins come, you don't need the high dollar coach, but you have to get to a certain level. You've got to be relevant enough where you can find a coach that wants to take a chance on their career to come here. Right now, I don't know of any coach that wants to take that chance.
Who was the coach before Mike? Was it Jimmy
Dykes?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's put this in perspective. Say you go get a D2 coach. How long's he got before the fans turn on him? Because I'm not going to lie to you, the program's not looking too hot right now. It's kind of looking like football did in 2019.
But we can't, like, people in the comments keep talking about, if you bring in a good coach, won't that bring in revenue? No. We're not worried about bringing in a coach for revenue. There's other sports that need the revenue. We can't even keep football recruits because we have no money. We can't keep basketball recruits because we're fucking broke. Our school is broke.
There's the one for the night.
There it is.
We are broke. Yeah. Our NIL is this much right now.
Yeah.
Compared to other schools that are this much or even this much.
Hey, what was it? What was it, D-Mad? D-Mad sent us something earlier today on NIL.
Yeah, he and I were talking on the phone earlier this afternoon, and he said that something along the lines of Arkansas is still above
we're above Ole Miss, and that's it.
Yeah, but if you take the average of all 16 teams, we're still in pretty good standing.
We're if you
middle take
of the road.
Average.
I mean,
no, we're at 11 million, I believe.
Yeah, Ole Miss is at 8 million.
Ole Miss is the only one underneath us,
which is insane to think about when you think about the money they've spent on NIL for football.
Yeah,
with the guys that they've had transferring in.
Texas, it says Texas and LSU are over 20 million. Arkansas is 11.5. We have Alabama at 16, A&M at 17.2, and Ole Miss at 8.8. Arkansas is the lowest in the contributors. But they have over 65 million contributors, and Arkansas is at 11.5 with 22 million contributors.
Well, think about this, okay? You got Walmart, you got Tyson, you got JB Hunt, you got Stevens. Who's the other one I'm missing there, MC?
Simmons, Georges.
Simmons is a big one.
Simmons, okay? So you got 5 big names there.
Oh, we have more than that. I could keep going.
Well, I mean, but think about it, okay? We've got all these big global names, and we're only pulling 22 million.
But the thing is, why? I'm trying to think how to word this. JB Hunt's not going to just pay up money. Their image means nothing to them. Putting Trevin Brazil in a commercial is not going to get them drivers. So why do it? Walmart. Putting them in a commercial isn't going to bring in people very much. Like, you're not getting anything out of their image. So why put the money into NIL when they don't matter?
Walmart's not doing anything anyway.
Except owning part of the Broncos.
Yeah, I mean there is not a Bobby Bones, a Justin Moore type fan that is in the Walton family. Okay, that guy was Bud Walton, and he died 25 years ago after he gave the money to build Bud Walton Arena. There's nobody in that realm that is,
That's a good point.
That's one of us. That's a diehard. That's a good one by Adam Hall. Champ Sports didn't get anything from Spencer Rattler being in ads while at OU.
To me, there's no point. I don't see a commercial and I'm like, oh my God, Devo Davis went to Walmart. No, you're selling a t-shirt with his face on it, but then you have to give him part of the money. Big name companies aren't making money off of players. It's these little business like Be Unlimited making money off of putting players' names on t-shirts. Those are the people making money off of.
It's like the Brad Hendricks law firm down here in Little Rock has got the entire offensive line, or at least some of them.
Yeah.
Well, and like Wrights has the offensive line.
Loki.
And then,
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
That's
Look, all I'm gonna say is this. Okay, there's a reason the offensive line looked like crap last year. They didn't.
And it's exactly what John Daly said.
They didn't respect their quarterback.
Yeah. Daly.
Goes straight to John Daly. He knew.
On the head.
John Daly knows what's up around here. People think.
I'm just saying it.
Yeah. That's what we need in like the Walton family. We need somebody with the passion of a John Daly that has Walmart family budget.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones can only do so much,
That would be scary. That would be scary. We're going to step away and take a break on. Go ahead, Sarah.
No, go ahead. You're good. I was about to go on a rampage. You're good.
Yeah, we're going to hose down Sarah, make sure she's cooled off. On the other side of the break, we're going to talk a little spring football. You're watching and listening to Inside the Hawg Pen on the Sideline Radio Network. Back right after this. All right, welcome back to Inside the Hawg Pen on the Sideline Radio Network. MC had to step out. His computer kind of went kaput. So just me and Sarah for a minute. And I want to. There's a couple of comments in here, Sarah, that about the football team that we missed before we went to break. Matt Hart, Adam Hall from Hog HQ. Those guys do a fantastic job over there. And a big thank you to having myself and MC on their shows. And we're hoping to collaborate with them, hopefully in the not too distant future. So stay tuned for all that. He says they didn't have anything to block for. Bad O-line coach, no leader in KJ, no NIL promises fulfilled. I mean, that kind of sums up everything. We're going to try to get MC back in here. MC,
when everybody else is getting a car and you're getting nothing, it's kind of hard to want to play.
Well, when your quarterback is and I mean, look, KJ, for what it's worth, I'm not dogging the kid, but I'm going to dog him for this, because once the money thing started rolling and he got all these NIL deals, his attitude and everything went right out the window. He started getting cocky. He started rubbing it in people's faces. And I'm sorry. And I said this earlier today to a friend of mine. If I'm that offensive line and I'm getting this crap rubbed in my face, I'm letting people through. They don't respect their quarterback, period. MC, what do you think, man?
Yeah, the and KJ's on the board. In my opinion, he's on the board to be dogged because of the money he's making. The instant they start making money, I can talk shit about him.
I'm not even mad about him getting the money. I'm mad that he stayed here, didn't announce he was transferring to essentially use Armor Bank for money.
Yeah, that was pretty.
So he could get his last paycheck, then he could leave.
Yeah.
That's what pisses me off. Then the day after you get your paycheck, you want to dip out.
Well, okay, but at the same time, now you have, for the first time since I can remember, you have a true quarterback battle on the hill going into the 2024 season. I mean, MC, you're the senior veteran of the group. Have we? I mean, man, it's
been a while. Yeah.
In the common era, you know, I mean, you had Matt Jones, Casey. I mean, you knew going in, this was the guy.
Yeah.
We don't know who the guy is coming into the 24 season. We don't.
I mean, I'm trying to think. The last time that we had an actual quarterback battle was probably when Morris was here.
Don't. That I mean, no. No,
you had the insurance salesman in Ben Hicks.
You had
homeboy that threw 19 interceptions to San Jose State and then went to play for them. Sparkle,
yeah. Whatever. Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is everybody keeps making jokes about that insurance agent stuff with athletes. They made the joke during the baseball broadcast at ORU. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe they actually said that. And it turns out the guy actually works part-time for State Farm.
Yeah, he sells insurance. I followed him on Twitter because he replied.
That was hilarious.
Yes.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Dude's
that was
out here trying to solicit customers
random,
as they're trash talking him. So.
Yeah.
Apparently the announcers knew. It wasn't supposed to be like crap talking. They apparently actually knew, by the way.
JP, okay. Jonathan Parker's in the house said, I missed the start. Did Neighbors get cut from the Hogs?
Not yet.
Not yet, but it's
just in our eyes.
Yeah, just in our eyes. He says, and Loki wrote a novel.
He didn't get cut, but my season tickets are getting cut because I ain't buying them.
I want to leave this off the screen because if we do, it'll take up the whole damn screen. Loki says, we won't ever get someone of that level as long as we suck. Our fan base is too fair weather. If we want to get big money donors and revenue, we have to start winning. And we gave to do so consistently. Or we have to do so consistently. Why do you think Omahogs is such a popular thing? Why do you think Muss's Tumble has been so big? Because those teams learned how to be consistently good instead of always wallowing in mid.
Yeah.
I mean, but for the longest time, though, we were mid.
I think to me I don't know if it's interesting or just weird, but baseball has their whole other NIL thing.
Mm-hmm.
Separate from Edge, separate from everything else. They have their whole own other page, which I find super weird. And then whenever the last basketball game was, all of a sudden there's a page with basketball shirts to put up, which is considered NIL apparently, and all the players are on it.
Somebody told me that, and I don't know if anybody saw the shirt that I would wear during game days or not. Brandon Laughlin might. Some of the other fans might. Had, and it looked like an Arkansas jersey, but it was a T-shirt, had KJ's number and name on the back. Somebody told me that was an NIL shirt.
It was.
Oh, it was? Okay, so that was true. All right.
The jerseys?
Yeah.
Or the dirts, whichever you want to call them.
David, I want to, like I said, for those of you that are watching the listening to the podcast, that's why we read these comments. David says KJ flew the coop because he knew BP wouldn't put up with his crap. I tend to believe that because shortly thereafter, Rocket left out of here too.
I don't know that KJ...
They left for money. They left for money too. They knew Pittman doesn't do NIL like they want them to. He knows the money's not here. Go to a bigger school that probably has a huge NIL fund.
So you go to Central Florida?
UCF NIL has called Kingdom NIL.
Oh.
Trying to see how much they have in it.
Well, not only that, I think, we've seen the comparisons for years between KJ and Cam Newton. Okay. Who's the coach that KJ went to play for? Same guy that coached Cam Newton. So
Yeah.
I think that also factored into it as well.
Okay. All right. I was wrong, but
Well, no, I'm not saying you're wrong. I think there's some legitimacy to that comment that of KJ leaving because of BP. BP, I mean, everybody can say that this is a different Bobby Petrino and this is a softer, gentler, kindler Bobby Petrino. No, this is still Bobby MF and Petrino.
Well,
okay?
no.
I don't know why
because-
everybody's so offended by that.
No, because DJ Williams, a good friend of mine, graduated, the DJ Williams. Everybody
Right.
knows him.
Mackey Award winner.
He even put a video out and was like, this is not the same
Yeah.
Bobby Petrino.
I
He's
did
not
see that.
He's not in practice, though. It was one video of the guys jacking off. Sorry, not like that. But, like, they're just goofing off after
That's getting
practice.
clipped.
It's a spring practice. They're having a good time. And everybody was knocking them for having a good time instead of talking about the good things. Like, wow, this team actually looks like they effing like each other.
Yeah.
It was, oh, no, the coach is not doing a good enough job.
I thought that was a little blown out of proportion a little bit because it was after practice. It wasn't like they were cutting up in the middle of practice.
It was
So-
after practice, and it's a Hog Plus video. They probably had an hour to sit around and do nothing,
Right.
and they were just
Yeah.
playing around, and it's a problem.
Yeah.
Like, so you're mad when the team looks like they hate each other, and now we're mad when the team looks like they love each other. Like, pick one, or just get the hell out.
Okay. Let's calm down, Sarah. Calm down now. Holy hell.
It just irritates me because the same people that talked crap about it, our team looking like they don't like each other, are now complaining about like them liking
And they
each
did.
other.
I saw it 4 times last year or
They
3
didn't.
times last year. They did. They looked like they could not stand each other.
They
But
look
now
like
Bobby
they're on the
Petrino
same
has
field.
built a community to where they actually like each other, and it's a problem.
So let's circle back here and give Sarah a chance to catch her breath. And it's jacking around, Sarah, not
No
off.
jacket off in practice.
That's what my coach always used to yell at us. so my bad.
Please, God, let that get cut and put it in the for next week's promo. I am praying. You see y'all see what happens here at Inside the Hog Pen.
Oh
we
God.
completely go off the rails. And
We have the combined maturity of a prepubescent 12-year-old.
hey, I was going to give us
When we're all together.
Yes.
Yes. They're not.
Merle.
All
He's,
right,
out
let me-
there, he's out there in line, Merle. I love you. I'm sorry you're cold.
let's circle back to this because boy, we're off in the weeds. Jesse says, you see what the players are saying about Green's leadership qualities.
Yes.
He's that big dude that almost looks like a Ryan Mallett, right?
Yeah, he's the big guy from Boise State.
Okay.
Yeah. He's the current like
What is he, the front runner?
starter.
Do what, Zach?
Is he like the front runner? I mean,
Yeah, I would say he's
Yeah,
the
that's
front
what-
runner
Well-
simply because
what happened to Jacoby Criswell?
he's still there. I mean,
He's there. He exists.
I think Green is a front runner for no other reason than once Bobby Petrino was officially into the mix, this was the first guy that we went hard and heavy after in the portal.
I mean, I
It's
can
almost
see
like Bobby handpicked him.
I also think he has more experience than Criswell does, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
Like Criswell to me wasn't a good get. I don't know why everybody was so excited for him personally, but
okay.
because
All right.
he's a hometown boy.
Hold on.
do I care?
Hold on.
No.
MC knows where I'm about to go. Okay. MC knows where I'm about to go.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was so hyped and excited for Malik Hornsby. And where did that little crybaby go?
My question.
He rode
my
the
question-
bench at Texas State.
My question is, do you want wins or do you want Arkansas players on the team? Because you can't have both.
Some people would argue with you on that, but Drew Morgan's not walking through that door. Brandon Allen's not walking through that door.
There's the talent in Arkansas. If anybody has been to any high school games lately, across the board in sports, the talent in Arkansas is god awful.
In football.
Yeah.
Women's basketball is horrid. Horrid.
Men's is pretty salty. I mean, if you look
Men's
the
is
last several years.
Men's is decent, but nowhere compared to what other states have. We do not have great players. We have one.
Basketball, I would disagree.
Yeah, basketball.
We have one or two good ones, like 4 or 5 stars every year, maybe 3.
MC
that are actually living up to their starred.
I'm gonna sit back and let MC take this one.
No, I need to go get the receipts on it.
I'm talking about in each class, not because every year there's obviously, sophomore through senior, but in each class there's only true 3 to 4 5-stars that actually live up to the 5-star potential, not Arkansas 5-star potential. Because there's a difference between a 5-star across the United States and an Arkansas 5-star.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, in most cases, yes.
And I love some of the play, like Isaiah Seeley out of Springdale. He's a dang good player. Love the kid. Grew up around him. He's a great player. But in a state where there's a lot of talent, he's not a 4 or 5-star like he is right now. He's a 3. Well, he's a solid 3 moving into a 4.
MC even said this on a show, God, I think it was about a year ago, that you can have a 5-star from another state come in, but the minute they hit Arkansas, they're an automatic 3-star.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem is, he's a 5-star in Georgia, but when he comes to Arkansas, he's an automatic 3. That's the problem. Jesse says he's talking about Green. He's QB1. Criswell looks to have slipped to QB3. Singleton has been showing out in practice to earn QB2. That would be an interesting to see Criswell drop that far. I'd be okay with it because even still, because you're going to you've got Austin Ledbetter back there. He's now known as John Stephen Jones Part 2.
He left baseball team to go try his hand at football.
Which I don't understand.
Apparently he's been doing good in practice is what someone said.
And Merle says Arkansas is a basketball state for high school sports.
That's facts.
Yeah.
But one of my good friends here was born and raised in Mississippi, coached in Mississippi high school football. We start talking about high school football in the state of Arkansas, and he just laughs and he says, "You tell me when you get ready to go watch some grown man football." He said, "I'll take you down to Mississippi." He said, "We'll watch some grown man high school football."
Or even in the state of Texas.
Well, Texas is just different, man.
Well, we also like women's basketball. We used to have some really good talent up here.
100%,
like Sasha, I was playing against Sasha Goforth, Jasmine. God, I can't remember her last name, but she went to play at Tennessee. Marquisha Davis at Ole Miss. Those are the people I was competing against. Even Miriam Dunda, however you say her last name. Those were the people I'm playing against in high school. How many of them are currently playing in the D1? But now you don't see that happening. You don't see anybody up here getting D1 offers anymore.
Who was the girl from Little Rock that went to play at UConn?
Christy Williams.
Kristen Williams. I love her. I used to play travel ball with her.
She graduated from my high school.
Okay.
I played travel ball. I played travel ball with her. You have Kariah Beck. Is that how you say her first name? Kariah?
Down at UAPB.
She is just announced today she hit the portal.
Transfer. She announced yesterday.
Yesterday? Okay. I saw it today. I thought it was fresh.
That's quarterback's kid, isn't it?
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if she ends up here.
Okay.
It's kind of textbook, but can she make a difference?
Is it pretty much the same situation there as it is with Izzy? With Izzy Higginbotham?
Possibly.
Is she going to be able to make the jump?
You're going to pick up names that people here like to get people in the gym. You're not picking up talent in order to win games at this point. That's what it seems like.
Fair.
To me, it almost feels like he's grasping. And I know we're jumping back to women's basketball, but to me, he feels like he's grasping at straws just to get warm bodies on the court.
That's how it feels with football, though. Like, we just lost another recruit, and then we offered to a kid who wasn't even highly ranked. We
lost a 4-star lineman out of Marion over here, a kid that I've seen play, and he's legit for Arkansas. But
he doesn't graduate till next year, right?
Right.
Yeah, he doesn't graduate till next year.
He will probably end up at Ole Miss because, right over there on the cusp of Memphis, Ole Miss recruits that hard, man. They recruit that hard. There's a history there between West Memphis and Marion, and
No one wants to hear my opinion. I can promise you that.
Easy there, Sarah. Take a breath. Take a breath.
It's a culture thing. It is a culture thing. No one wants to go to from a city where they felt appreciative. You know what I'm going to say? There's no racism there. There's, you're loved, you're liked. And you come up here to Arkansas where racism has been a thing for a long time.
Okay.
There might not currently be any, but the stigma around it.
Hang on. Nobody has a bigger stigma for racism than Ole Miss. So how is Lane Kiffin doing what he's doing?
Because they have the history, but currently they're not as bad. It's still pretty bad up here. People don't see it, but it's pretty bad up here.
Money.
But they have a lower NIL than we do.
That we know about.
Well, okay, so the NIL is less than what we have. What is Lane doing that Sam's not? Is Lane just that good of a salesman?
Lane walked into Fayetteville like it wasn't even nothing. Walked on campus, grabbed one of his players, and hauled ass out of here.
Yeah,
he's got the swagger.
That's what he's doing.
He's got the swagger.
You keep asking, and that's the
pimp
thing.
Walk that Sam Pittman doesn't have.
Sam's a good old country boy. Okay. Sam's laid back. Hey, man, the kind you want to drink a beer with. Lane Kiffin's the little. Sorry, Mom. Lane Kiffin's a little fucker in the corner you want to punch out because he's trying to steal your girl.
In a heartbeat. I would take him in a heartbeat. I was before we hired Sam and before Kiffin got hired at Ole Miss. I'm surprised that dude didn't block me because I was tweeting him daily with come to the UAF. Just trying anything I could do to get him up here because I had that much faith in him that he's that good of a coach.
I just truly think in order to get the talent that we're one losing or two not getting, period, is you have to have a swagger, a way to talk to these people, not a country hillbilly. I'm sorry.
So you have to have like a BMFP?
No, not even BMFP. I'm thinking of like Kim Mulkey. The reason she is so good at LSU and fits in at LSU is she fits into that culture and she knows how to talk to those girls.
She's one of them. She's
one of them.
She's got the swagger. She's got the grit.
She is Louisiana.
Yeah, and we don't have an Arkansas guy other than the country hillbilly guys. You don't have the other side. That was one thing I liked about the Guyton.
Yeah, Kenny Guyton. Yeah.
The way he talked to the players, the way he what's the word?
Connected
to them. Bonded.
Jesse says Lane connects with Jesse says Lane connects with the youth better than Pittman. Lane is all about flash and swag and hype. And today's youth thrives on that. Plain and simple.
I went
social media.
Yeah. Well, I went to the Ole Miss game when Arkansas played at Ole Miss this past year. Everything about that environment had me just looking around going, damn, this is pretty cool. And then I caught myself and I was like, oh my God, I just said that about Ole Miss.
You're right.
Yeah.
Well,
like you mentioned the history of like racism, but currently Arkansas.
And it's thick down there,
Yeah. But Arkansas hasn't flipped over to accepting some of that culture. That's our problem, is the best way to word it.
Christopher, I can't liking my
I just truly that's what I meant about women's basketball. You need a strong woman who knows how to talk to the girls you're recruiting.
William Brown says it right though. He says Lane has people writing checks. Sam has a budget.
Yeah.
I mean, that explains it right there.
Aussie Oak.
Yeah.
Aussie Oak camo is.
We got one more segment coming up next, and it's a good one. We're talking
the best one.
Oh, on the other side of the break.
One with the winning season.
On the other side of the break, we preview the next series against the LSU Tigers. You're listening to Inside the Hawg Pen on the Sideline Radio Network. Back in 60 seconds. right, welcome back to Inside the Hawg Pen on the Sideline Radio Network. Razorback Zach, Marcus MC Carlton, and Savage. She's on one tonight, Sarah Vogel. All right, y'all, this is time for our favorite segment, the one that we love talking about because they win, and they're good, and they're badass. It's the baseball team and the softball team. They're both doing fantastic right now. But so let's talk about this Auburn series for a minute. And I had a friend of mine and I were talking earlier this morning, and he and I both agreed that Brady Teigert's control last week looked kind of rough.
A little off.
Yep. He had a bad day.
You know, and here's the thing. Y'all got to remember, too, baseball, about 90% of it is mental.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So if your head's not there, your game's going to be off. I saw somebody on Twitter trashing Brady just like they were trashing Hagan on game 1, and I'm like, dude, chill out.
One bad game.
Yeah.
One.
Would you rather him have the bad game now or in June?
No, I'll take now.
Absolutely.
That being said, we did drop game 3 of the series, but still won the series.
Right.
Good thing, bad thing, indifferent.
I didn't hate the loss on Sunday. Molina did his part. Auburn is not a bad team. Auburn has some sticks. They have some really good sticks in the lineup. Hagan just dominated them. Saturday was it a Thursday, Friday, Saturday? Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was a Thursday.
Okay, so Friday's the game that just kind of went off the rails and all over the place. And then Saturday, is what it is, man. We had won 15 in a row. Honestly, in my opinion, it was about time to drop one. You knew it was coming at some point.
I'd rather drop it than LSU.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Friday was the game where we had to sit there for 45 minutes and twiddle our thumbs while the stupid ump went all the way back to get his gear.
Yeah, that one dude
he got knocked
he got the smoky special from Friday, man.
Yes, he just got knocked up out.
Yeah.
Oh man, boom.
Oh, by the way, I don't know. Did the ball that Helfrich hit on Friday ever land?
Bro, they said it only went 105 feet. 405 feet.
Bull.
The trajectory doesn't match the distance.
No,
that was angle plus
there's no way that thing only went 400 feet.
505 maybe.
Yeah, maybe 505. Yeah. Because that
no
was
way. I literally, when I saw that, I was like, "Ain't no way."
Yeah,
What's hilarious though is Helfrich was in my job about a month ago, not a little bit less than a month ago. It was right after we came back from Arlington, and I was talking to him. I was like, "Hey, I sat behind your mom Friday night in Dallas." He was like, "Oh, were you part of that really fun group that she said she wanted to be a part?" I was like, "Yeah, I talked to her for a while." And I was like, "Yeah," and he was saying, "Yeah, they're from like California or something. I can't remember, somewhere far away. And they can't ever make it to games, so she's only making it to 2 series and blah blah." And I was like, "Well, one day you're gonna win a game. You're gonna hit the game-winning run, and she's gonna get to watch you on TV, and that's gonna all that matters to her." And then that game, he hit the game-winning run. And I wanted to almost message him, be like, "I told you so," but I don't have his number or anything. But I said it when he came to my job. I said, "One day you're gonna win us a game," because he was so down about the weekend and everything. And I was like, "No, y'all did good." He's like, "Oh, it just doesn't feel like it sometimes."
That kid is so good.
Let's look forward to LSU. LSU series starts tomorrow, 6 p.m. on SEC Network Plus.
After I finish my test tomorrow, don't text me. Sorry.
There's been a change of the lineup. Instead of Smith, Teigert, Molina, it's now Smith, Molina, Teigert. So Teigert will be on Saturday.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting that both people switched up to not have an ace on ace.
Yeah, when that's what all the fans of both sides wanted to see was the ace on ace.
I'm sorry, Jesse, you're right. It's not SEC Network Plus. It's
tomorrow night is ESPN 2.
ESPN 2.
Oh, that means I can sync up my phone and have Phil and Bubba. Yes.
So let me ask you guys this: the ace for LSU.
Holman.
We have got to get our bats going early. The earlier we get into him, the earlier we get into the bullpen, the better it's going to be.
Yeah, you hope he has a bad night. Yeah.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised, though, if the whole reason we switched up and put Tiger on Saturday instead of Friday, I don't want to say in preparation to take the L on Friday, but just to save a better arm for Saturday. So you're guaranteed a win. Basically, you're guaranteed Thursday a chance because of Hagen. And then go ahead and let Holman see what happens. And in case you lose, you have your better guy for Saturday to get the series.
I think this series is going to come down to who has the stronger bullpen. I think the starters on both sides are going to do their thing. You know, Hagen's going to go 5 or 6 probably. Molina's going to go Molina's probably going to go 5. It wouldn't surprise me to see Hagen go 7 or 8. But it's going to come down to the bullpens.
I don't think they do that. I don't think they do that early.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. They might.
Jesse says LSU's been run ruled the past 2 series in Game 3.
Yes.
But their Game 3 people are pitching our Game 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So the people who have started pitching their Game 3 in the last 2 series are pitching Game 1.
Interesting.
At least I think that's what happened.
So do we go for the sweep? Or do you want to do
I'm gonna be happy to win the series because
I'm cool winning.
Yeah, I mean, just take the series.
It would mean more if we swept them though. Make my day better.
I mean, it would, but I mean, man, they're good. They're good.
You make it to Omaha off of winning every series, sweeping 1 or 2.
Yeah.
You don't make it to Omaha sweeping everybody. Like, that's not what's going to happen.
No. Well, and I mean, we had several sweeps in, I hate to bring this up, but we had several sweeps in 2021 and, didn't lose a single series all year until the Super Regional. So, again, just take what we can get. I feel good. I'll put Hagen up against anybody. Put Hagen against anybody in the country. I'm almost that way with our other 2 starters, but you got to. What's gonna need to happen is we don't need to use Willie Mack Thursday night, tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
We need to have him as because I mean he's basically a starter in a middle relief role.
Yeah.
Yeah, so their guys that pitch their first 2 games are pitching our last 2 games.
Okay. All right.
I'm looking at it now.
Now,
which we don't know who it's going to be because they haven't announced it yet.
Yeah, Game 1 is TBA for them.
Yeah, so you're getting Hurd or like this Anderson guy.
Mm-hmm.
You're not getting their normal Friday. You're not getting their normal first 2 game guys.
Yeah.
You're looking at so they basically reversed their pitching to not have to deal with not put their ace on ace basically because he's a coward.
Can we just take a minute and applaud Vahiva Aloy? That dude has come on.
He quit pressing. I felt like he was pressing and putting too much pressure on himself is what I felt like.
I have a lot to say.
You've said a lot tonight, Sarah.
I mean,
you said a lot. Let's take a
don't get shy now.
I don't get baseball enough to like make assumptions, but his batting average still isn't that good.
No, but his at bats are getting better, if that makes sense.
That's true.
A lot of the pitches that he was chasing out of the zone early in the year. There you go, Jesse. You're in my head, brother. His plate discipline has been so good lately. It really has. And you're seeing him starting to hit more bombs and more doubles off the wall.
Yeah.
And just making good, solid contact where beginning of the season, he was chasing bad pitches out of the zone. He was being overly aggressive, swinging at first pitches, swinging at ball 4 several times was what I saw.
He's
just calmed down. I mean,
everybody makes it sound like he's doing so great. He's just had 2 home runs since SEC started. And it's been one was against Missouri. Who was the first home team we played? Missouri. Yeah. Missouri. So
I think with everybody saying about how much better he's getting, it's because of the plate discipline. And he's shown that he's got the power. He's got the power, he's got the contact, he can spray it all over the field, but he was just being overly aggressive and swinging at bad pitches. And now he's got his as Jesse said, his plate discipline is more under control. And so everybody's combining that with the fact of what they've seen when he does swing at good pitches. You know, there's a lot of potential there. And we got reports from fall ball that he was taking Hagan and Brady and all those dudes deep, you know.
In fall ball, him and Diggs, it was like home run derby.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
who's our breakout guy with the stick this week or this series? I have my pick.
Oof.
Who you got, MC?
I'm taking Stovall. I'm looking for Stovall to have.
I need Worcestershire to do something again.
Worcestershire.
I want Worcestershire to get back up there.
I don't know.
Or
We need your boy to
I'll take Ben McLaughlin.
to bring his best too.
I'll take Ben McLaughlin.
Yeah, Ben is due. He's due.
Diggs is due one. While I'm there, please.
So,
yeah,
all right, as we are wrapping up here, MC, final thoughts before we get out of here tonight.
Huge series starts tomorrow. In some polls, it's 1 versus 2. Others, it's 1 versus 3. Either way, it's huge. Hagan is going to have another really good performance, I feel like, and I think Arkansas takes 2 of 3.
All right, Sarah, how about you?
I think we have the ability to go 2 out of 3 if our pitching has looked as good as it has. But every single person needs to be on their game from the bullpen at least. I need 1 or 2 guys to get hot on the bats so it's an enjoyable game. I don't want it to be like Oregon State where we're going up and down, 3 up, 3 down, 3 up, 3 down every single inning. I need some fun. But that's if I even remember the games. So, yeah.
All right. All right.
Wait, what about you? What's yours?
What?
Are you even going to watch?
My final thought is Saturday, Hawg Pen. Your boy returns home. I will be live in the Hawg Pen. And y'all better make a path because for every home run, I will take my fat ass and start running that flag up and down.
There's not going to be room. I hope you realize that. People will literally be.
Yeah, it's going to be like this.
It is going to be a party, and I'm going to get to be there live. So, if you're in the Hawg Pen, if you're at Baum Walker, give me a shout out. Let me know you're there. And
if you want to come, there's the possibility Sarah may be able to help. I have a couple friends that still have some tickets, face value, not scalpers. So let me know. ASAP Aroonies. And
So,
come find me with the rowdy cooler and get you a cup of Joe.
And
I never did get kicked out.
if you don't see Zach, just listen because during the hog call, during the pitch and change, you're going to hear him.
Hello, my name is Razorback Zach. I'm the louder guy from the hog call. If you don't like it, suck it.
Yeah, start saying we got 2 words for you.
I like making crybabies tear up.
Oh, me too. That's why I hold the D up every game.
You're not supposed to yell louder in your hog call.
You know, no.
You're not supposed to yell daddy to players who are younger than you.
The one rule that you have about the hog call is you don't howl.
Correct.
I will start Gibbs slapping people if I start hearing howls.
There's no community notes needed on that one. That is 100% fact.
Hey. All right, that's going to do it for us for another episode of Inside the Hawg Pen. I'm Razorback Zach for Marcus MC Carlton and Savage Sassy Sarah Vogel. Hope everybody has a great rest of the week. We will see you same time, same Hog channel next time. So long, everybody.